Even tell. Is it my life? All right. What up, G Spotters? Welcome to another episode of Courtney G Spot, live on a Sunday night, 8 o'clock, like I tell you every week. So I know you're here waiting in line with all the thousands of other people ready to hear the things that we have to talk about. And we are also here waiting to hear the things you have to talk about. Again, that's why we go live. It's part of the whole ambiance of our show. It brings in the element of surprise. You never know what's going to happen. We've had phone calls, people coming to the door, saying things that probably shouldn't be said. And we do this every week. So make sure you guys subscribe. Get that, a bell? Get that bell on, the ding ding thing. And make sure you are here Sunday with us, joining the conversation. And to those of you that are already here, welcome. We appreciate the love. We are going to talk about some deep things tonight. So make sure you are prepared to go deep, like all the way in, because there's a lot to be said. And with me on this adventure this evening is, he's frazzled. He's a mute. DC.
I'm here.
He's
Sorry.
here.
I had a small discrepancy. I was you need a cut.
I need that. He's got his mic. He had to get his equipment. I know you can't see or feel him appropriately, but he has his own mic. He carries in the studio for his own.
Yep, show him the mic.
Here's the mic. This is the mic. This is his mic.
It does not work.
We can touch each other's mics together.
Whoa! Hey, give me my mic back. No.
See, we went deep.
That's the other show.
That's the other channel. We are this. This is the wrong G Spot. But thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. I held up the wrong thing. We appreciate this. Who is in the audience? We know you're there. We saw you.
We got two.
We have two. One is you. One is the mother. He has to always be in the background to make sure that our sound and video is clear. He's got this new fancy laptop.
The video is coming through pretty good, though. You see it on the TV? I don't know if it's the change of the screen.
It is in my...
Can people see it like that?
Am I HD? Am I face? I feel like I need a makeup person. Is my skin okay?
Is my skin okay?
Can you see all my fouls and...
You guys should see this guy before the show.
I don't know if my hair is even appropriate. I really just put it up. I for the longest time, for many episodes, I would get all slick back with gel and nice and smooth and shit. And
I really thought we were gonna have to teach Consuelo how to do hair, because this man was really just in the bathroom. Like,
no, she's dead.
That's why.
That was in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys remember Consuelo?
Consuelo, yeah, she was with us for a while, and then her sister Maria, after Consuelo's ghost started haunting the east wing of our mansion, we moved wings.
Now we're in like the southwest,
something like that, and Maria is now
still unmapped. Even though we've been doing like so many episodes over here, we just walk down that one hallway and get our butts in here, and it's on. Yeah,
and truthfully, I don't even know if Maria's around anymore because the whole Corona thing happened, and she might have just went back to.
I thought that's what happened. I thought we just told her, hey, you should get out of here. It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, she go back to another country where it's
America's too stable. We're gonna get very unstable.
And which is happening apparently. What's that whole thing about the dollars crashing over?
Yeah. Let's we can pull that up.
Is the loonie, is the Canadian loonie worth more than the American dollar now in value? Which I would imagine it's been for years. Do we know that information? He's using his fancy equipment now. What's in the cup, by the way, guys? Game we play every week. You figure out what's in my cup. Sometimes it's a liquid. Sometimes it's a stuffed animal. We've been talking about putting other weird things in it. But we got to get more participants in the game. So make sure you guys are here for the live show. What did you find out?
So, I guess it has something to do with coronavirus. Obviously, we said the word, now we're shut down.
Did they still do that? Does YouTube still shut you down if you say corona?
I've seen recent videos of big YouTubers who will not say the word. It is huge.
Well, we're not
shall not be named.
The Beastmaster?
Yeah. So
whatever, he can go play on his island for whatever. What were you talking about? What were we talking about? What were you looking at? Oh, yeah, U.S. dollar. How's the dollar doing? You know what you should invest in? Cryptocurrency. And you know what you should do? Download the Pi app and push the button. The wallet is coming out in 3 or 4 days. What?
So, what's cryptocurrency's value based on?
Bitcoin?
But so if
Go ahead.
Bitcoin's worth $50,000 and then the dollar crashes, does gold still hold its value, or
I think the gold still holds value, but if the dollar, because the dollar is based off the gold.
Because I mean, obviously, there's going to be a bigger demand for Bitcoin, but how do you say what it's worth if what you based it off of is no longer?
Well, Bitcoin was never based off of anything except for popularity and scarcity and.
But yeah, right now it's worth. Hold on, let's see before we
56,000 something. Also, did you know a lot of Americans still have not got their stimulus? So imagine what's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin when they do. Because last time, like everybody,
55,327.14 cents.
And I bought in a little bit early on a dip, and then I converted that and bought some altcoins. Obviously, we talk about this stuff on the show. This is something that is near and dear to us because we would like to get rich, and there's a pretty good chance that could be happening one of these months.
So I don't know why it just came out, but apparently it's just been like doing that since
the
coronavirus started.
Well, yeah.
But I guess it's just the next thing they're going to point out. Oh, yeah. Hey, did you know that your money's becoming worth less?
Well, the more the United States becomes a global joke, the more our dollar is going to fail.
I'm pretty sure, like, we are the global joke. And what it is we just sit here as every other state, and we're like, oh, look at terrible Florida. When in reality, the United States is just Florida.
All, yeah, we're
all Florida.
We're all Florida.
We're just Florida.
Or certain parts of Utah. You know, I feel like the United States at this point is that super horrible bully at school that has everybody on his side that's also a bully, but when that bully walks away, they just talk shit on him because he's mean to everybody. He doesn't know how to treat his own people. And when his back is turned is the best time to punk him. And I feel like that's the United States at this point because we try to boss everybody else around. We can't control our own people because we don't know how to treat them appropriately. And then we make fun of everybody else because we think they don't know what they're doing. When in fact, most countries, science alone, their internet's faster, their healthcare is better. Most countries over in Europe have been helped with some sort of money since this virus hit in the beginning. And we've been arguing for $1,400 for 6+ months now. I mean, that's how shitty our government is.
Speaking of that $1,400, so that's probably why the dollar is collapsing. Is because
they just yanked it out.
They're just printing trillions of dollars.
Like, shut these people up.
You want money? Here's 1.2 trillion.
So what do other countries do when they need to stimulate their economy? Do they just print money as well? And then their people are like, that's cool. And then the government's like, okay, we're cool too. And then everything's just cool.
Did you hear about that ship that got stuck in that canal?
Yeah, stop. Oh, my God.
What do you know about
everything, because it's a fucking fad. Everything is a fad. Oh, look at the picture.
I'm just now reading about it.
There's memes all over the place. Did you see that there's a meme about the never-ending story towers that are blocking the ship, and there's a meme about two rednecks. I solved it, and they got two pickup trucks with winches on either side. I solved the situation right here. Then there's shit all over Instagram. Oh, it's all over the fucking map. You can see it from space. Jesus Christ! Like, it's the internet. Just we need to figure out something. I want to start one of these little fidget spinner fads. I'm just calling all of them fidget spinners. All these things are just fidget spinners.
That's so true, though.
It's one and done, man. These one-hit wonders that come out. People grab a hold. They're bored. People are bored as shit, sitting at home, ready to go out outside and do stuff. We got nothing else to do but draw pictures around boats stuck in canals halfway around the world or whatever. That's really the highlight of your day? Like, that's what you have to offer to this planet? Fuck! Oh, it's maddening. What were we talking about? The dollar. God.
Wait. The fancy big moon that we saw before.
Oh, yeah, the blood
started.
moon. That was cool.
Yeah. So that might actually help get the boat out. Yeah.
Stop. What do you mean, like, with his powers of blood?
Well, the tide.
Oh, yeah, the high tide.
Yeah.
Why can't they just pull on either side of the boat? Is it stuck on the bottom, too?
Yeah.
Okay. The canal was too...
It looks like a pretty soft dirt. I've seen a picture of, like...
It was, like, mushy
trying
stuff.
to dig it out, and, yeah, it looked pretty mushy. So he probably got himself wedged in there pretty good.
This is the world news, is Facebook. You're on Facebook, aren't you?
No.
Instagram.
I mean, that's probably where I saw it.
Yeah.
But...
That's the...
And I just seen the picture and I was
God.
like, oh, that sucks. And kept scrolling.
Got your boats done. Okay, next.
Right. Like, what, dude?
What celebrity is going to do some weird thing where they're going to get like Botox in their shoulders, or some guy's going to think he's a unicorn and jump off a building?
Well, I think it already happened.
Imagine he's on a rainbow. You did it? A unicorn man? I know there's fairies.
Oh,
I know there's fairies.
We got a 13-minute ago update on the boat.
How's that boat doing? Live update on the boat. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're live with us now, we have a live update on the boat.
11 tugs worked all day and night Saturday alongside the ongoing dredging operations that are removing the sand and the mud from around the Ever Given. I guess that's the name of the boat, the Ever Given.
Oh, okay.
One of the world's largest cargo ships. According to the ship's technical manager, the dumbass that got it stuck, 2 more tugs.
Yeah. What's on the boat?
$3 billion worth of commerce.
For real?
Yeah.
Where are the looters at?
Right.
What country is this?
Egypt.
Oh, there's other looters in it? Yeah.
Near the Egyptian city of Suez.
Well, so what's on there? Like, there's Egyptian artifacts and shit. There's probably Asian prostitutes. Get that boat out. You know how many people are dying right now of starvation?
And there are probably literally illegal immigrants in freaking storage containers on that boat right now.
Should they check I feel like they should need to check the contents of this boat. This might be a sign from one of our universes things, these powers, that say, cops, check the contents of the boat.
So that'll
Please
probably
find
only
people.
happen to the situation if they have to unload the boat. Because they'd have to unload it in an
Well, is the captain sweating?
I don't know.
Besides the fact that he got the boat stuck?
I mean, again, they're
We
trying
keep saying boat. It's a ship.
They're trying to use the high tides tonight.
I know, our proper move.
To, let's see.
How high are these tides?
What their plans are.
Are they doing dabs?
Here we go. So removing some or all of the cargo could add days. So they're probably not going to try to do that.
They need to check for illegals. There are people. If they're in Egypt,
hundreds of ships await passage. Like, I wonder if there's really just like 300 ships in a line, just like, bro.
all just holding on to these Asian prostitutes, just trying to get to their nail salons. Like, you guys are screwing this up. Oh, you need to check these. I feel like they need to check the cargo.
Each day holds up $6 to $10 billion worth of trade.
That's why this is such a big story. It's not just a boat stuck in the.
It's the Ever Given blocking umpteen amounts of ships.
It's ever taking up time.
I'm sure there's I seen a picture where there's like one smaller, much smaller. Like, this is a big ass cargo ship for real.
Yeah, if you're holding $3 billion,
it's a quarter mile long. But then I seen like its little baby behind it, just chilling on the side, probably like eating a sandwich. Or something. It really
Can
was.
we go?
Like, it looked like one of the containers off the container ship just parked next to the sand. But oh man, this is terrible. That dude really messed up.
Now, what did he do wrong? Did he misjudge timing? Was it?
So I seen the list, and what happened is a series of unfortunate events. So there wasn't enough tugboats. Apparently, the visibility on that day was terrible. He was going too fast. The winds were terrible, and so they weren't required to have like extra spotters, I guess, which is a thing for like big ass ships like that. It is a quarter mile long.
Have they not seen the Titanic?
Hey, so I watched this video the other day And this is something you've never heard about the Titanic. And I'm so sad because I'm not going to say it ever so factually. But what had happened is somebody was supposed to go on the boat. One of the workers was supposed to go on the boat. And he got sick or called away or some shit about some shit. And he had the keys to the binocular box. And that's why nobody had binoculars, because he went away and said, oh, shit, I got the store keys. That's for real. He said, oh, shit, I got the store keys. No big deal. These are super important keys. Certainly the captain has a copy. I'm going to go take a nap.
So that dude would have just
said, oh, shit, I better take these keys back.
Leonardo DiCaprio never would have existed.
Nope.
Facts. Well, I don't know. You ever see Basketball Diaries? That was rough.
So, yeah, that's what happened. An employee got sent home, and he had the keys to the binocular box.
See, I went home with the keys before to some shit like the door.
Right.
But not the building didn't, like, catch on fire or sink.
They weren't able to get in and turn this, like, sink system on.
People weren't trapped in the building and, like, I can't get out.
So, yeah, I found that out the other day, and I was like,
dang.
Why is this not something that is said more often?
Why
did I hear about this on some dude's obscure? It's not obscure. I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Ballin. That's Mr. Ballen on
Ballen on YouTube.
He tells stories about stuff like that.
Stories about stuff.
He was the guy that told me about that monster military guy that got shot like 37 times and then stabbed.
Yeah.
Picked the guy up and threw him on the ground and stabbed him back. Yeah.
What up, Chad? Welcome to the show, bro.
We're talking about stuck ships, crazy shits.
What was the thing we were just talking about before the guy stabbing? Because I had a thing on that.
The Titanic.
Yeah. One of my, I think it was my grandmother's mother was supposed to be on there, but I mean, she got the docket. Her name was on the list, but she didn't go. Or so, it was my grandmother's side or something like that. One of the members of back there, a few branches. So there could have been a chance. I would not have existed either, but for real. But that didn't happen. I exist. I think. I don't exist because I think I exist.
All right. So I just seen the small summary of what happened to the boat. It was a sandstorm. And they had a couple of officials on board. But obviously nobody can see. I don't know if anybody's ever been in a sandstorm. I've never been in a sandstorm, so to speak, but I've been in like very thick fog.
Yeah.
And
even fog you can't see. I mean,
yeah, you definitely can't see.
I mean, I've been on the top of mountains where shit with Chad up on the top of the Rocky Mountains, where you can't see when that fog is too thick. So I can only imagine because the sand is going to blast you in the face. So what I'm sure, but he was still behind glass, but it didn't matter. You couldn't see.
Yeah, nobody could see. So they ruled out all kinds of mechanical and engine failure and stuff like that. So what I imagine happened, and nobody wants to say, and oh shit, there is a number. The traffic jam is 320 ships.
Damn, it's like 8 billion or 8 million a ship.
It's I don't know. They said $6 to $10 million a day is what's being lost in transmission. But
because they're also burning fuel while they're out there.
Yeah, and like the extra pay for people to be on the boats and stuff for this one trip and all that. But so yeah, I bet they were going, and they said he was going too fast. So I'm sure they were just trying to get through it.
What?
His wife died, and then the family that owned Macy's died on the Titanic. I didn't hear about that. I knew the Levi Jeans dude died on it.
I did not know that.
But I guess I haven't watched enough like real life stuff on it. You just watch. I usually watch the stuff about what they know about it after it's
all the shit that they pull from the ocean and whatnot.
Which the thing is pretty rusty now. I don't think they're like attempting to bring stuff up anymore or like go inside it. I think they just dive down to it and kind of.
Speaking of diving and man, I need to write this shit down. That there's a black hole. It's called is in the Bahamas. It's a very deep hole. It's like 1,400 feet deep in some islands that it looks like a pin drop from above maps, and is a deep hole that divers can't go down because there's so much pressure because it's a small area and it's so deep.
So they actually have many.
Have many what?
They're known as as the black holes of the Bahamas.
Black hole of the Bahamas. Yeah.
Let's see.
He likes this laptop. He can research immediately.
Oh man! And just wait until we actually get our whole
he was
studio thing. I couldn't get the aspect ratio right earlier, so
we'll figure that out. But I'm gonna give him the camera.
But soon we'll be able to have this stuff up on screen for you.
And I'm sure once you plug up to that, you can mess with that since we'll be broadcasting from that.
Oh yeah.
Which means you'll have to start setting up the episodes. You'll have to start setting up the episodes.
Yeah, I'll have to be here for that.
Or I should no.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, these black holes in the Bahamas. And speaking of black holes, space. I saw they took a image of the closest black hole under this certain light, and man, you can see the light just bending into this thing. It's so ginormous. And then what was that planet? Hold on, where's my phone? I got music going. There's this planet. Hold on, I'm gonna find this. Magnetic planet, 20 billion light years away.
Damn, my keys are sensitive.
Cosmic billion light years away. No. What is this? There's a planet out there. I just read this earlier today that has 1,400 times the magnetic power of Jupiter, and it is floating by itself with no sun, 20 million, maybe it's 20 million light years away. No, I put billion, might be million. And they're thinking it might even have a moon. Huge rogue planet. There it is. Yeah, this one. They call it, here's the name. SIMP J01365663 plus 0933473. Or SIMP for short. It has the 12.7 times the mass of Jupiter and a magnetic field 200 times more powerful than Jupiter. 200 more times more powerful. When I see that 1,400. And it's only 20 light years away. 20 light years?
That's not too far.
That's not too far, astronomically speaking.
Right.
That's something we could actually go to. And I just read the other day, they're talking about working on wormholes to potentially get to these different spots because this might be easier. They don't worry about going the speed of light anymore because they might start having wormhole capability. Man, I want to travel through space before I die. It's so bad. Which kind of leads into what we were discussing the other day anyway. 200 times more stronger than Jupiter. I want to go to space. Space Hotel, 2027. It's supposed to look like a Ferris wheel. Going to orbit the Earth. Are you kidding me? You can reserve a ticket right now for $3 million. Don't have it yet. And they said the prices.
Don't have it yet.
Maybe in a few months.
Hey, I like the optimism.
Dude, at $100 a pie, if the whole internet is preaching $100 a pie, I could buy a space ticket. But the price is supposed to come down as technology progresses and moves forward. I want to be able to take my child, of course. This dude is, when he just talks about black holes and string theories and space all the time anyway, and he's 9. So, yeah, he's ready to go to space. He says, the Earth is cool, Daddy, but space is awesome.
Right.
I was like, yeah, space is awesome. Earth is cool. I feel like I'm fuzzy. Guys, am I fuzzy? Chad, am I fuzzy?
I think what it is the camera keeps trying to decide if it should focus on you or the mic because you're similar sizes in the...
What if I bring the mic closer to me? Is that better? I want to go to Super Mario World in Japan. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, where they ride the go-karts?
No.
No?
It's Super Mario World where there's tubes and Goombas walking around and these power-ups you can walk, boing, and look it up. It's So amazing. Super Mario World in Japan.
Again.
It's connected to Universal Studios, so they're supposed to have one eventually in America.
No, for real guys at home, go look up Super Mario World Japan.
No
right
joke.
now.
You get these bracelets that have like 120 different locations around the park where you can hit power-ups, and there's different things that activate with these things, and yeah. His jaws hit the floor. Like, yeah, this thing's legit.
It's so legit. It's so legit.
You want to go with money because there's all these different toys and things you can purchase. I just want to go to Japan anyway.
Right.
I want to be the tallest person in the entire country.
Oh, you so tall?
Yeah.
Why you so tall?
No, stop Asian hate. Okay, I made a comment the other day. Who's hating on these Asians?
Right, like who has ever hated on Asians?
Nobody.
If you have never heard of Lumpia, you are missing out.
Who the fuck hates on Asians?
That's a Filipino thing, but I think they both do kind of the same shit.
Is it? What is it?
Lumpia?
Is it the rice?
Asians make? No, it's like the little roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
That shit's so
Nobody
good.
hates Asians. The only people that hate Asians are a different race of Asians. Generally, it seems to be is the only thing because, I am feeling that Facebook is a high school billboard where people just attempt to try and stir up shit. So they just throw out these fake ass hashtags, stop Asian hate, just to get a reaction. And then people react. And then here we are in this weird corner where everybody feels guilty for doing something that nobody's doing. Who's doing this?
Right, like I feel like once a month, my girl, she'll just come home and she'll be like, "You've been doing this, and that means you're an asshole, and I don't like it." I'm like, "Who the fuck told you that?
Where did you get that?
What is it? What is that?"
Oh, you mean you read some like 23-year-old's post about her boyfriend's a piece of shit?
You saw a meme that was supposed to be like total satire, and now you're mad.
Yeah. What was the last fad that I feel like we just talked about one. What was the last hate thing that was going on? What's Chad saying? Chad, what are you saying?
It's the true silent hate group.
Is that what it is? Silent. There's silent ninja hating.
Ninja haters.
There's silent.
They're the most epic trolls ever.
They just don't say anything, and they just sit in the room and just
drop seeds. They just drop seeds, and they watch the world fall apart because they know. It's just like if I was an actual asshole, I could be on this team. I would love that. I'd be like, hey, what tiny minuscule part can we poke?
So nobody was hating on Asians. They just threw out the hashtag stop.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's just like ants, except somebody figured out how to synthetically create the scents that they work with and just started pumping in fear.
Yeah, it's limited.
The thing, and everybody's running around now, and nobody knows why, but it's all fear.
Don't hate. Why are you hating? You don't hate. No, you don't hate. But you hated first. No, you did. Wait, what are we hating about? I don't know. But stop it. Where does this come from? I don't understand.
Does politically correct still even exist? Is there such a thing as politically correct?
Is this Antifa on the internet?
Because I feel like politically correct used to be a finite box. And now it's pretty much anything that could hurt somebody's feelings.
Anything that could hurt anybody's feelings.
But there's people out there that think that the government is constantly watching them and that aliens are trying to get into their brains. And
the earth is flat.
And yeah. But we got to respect their feelings, right?
Right. But
if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, why? Where did that go?
Yeah, what happened to you're just wrong?
You lost, buddy. Yeah. You didn't get a trophy because you weren't good enough. Try harder.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. I didn't get, third grade, I got nothing. 0 trophies. I participated And then I got these little ribbons, but then I lost the ribbons because there's a girl in my class named Courtney that took the ribbons not knowing. And then I said, teacher, hey, my name is also Courtney, and those are my ribbons. And she said, no, they're not. So I got 0 ribbons. Did I go home and cry to my mom? Probably. Did she run to the school and raise hell and tweet about something? No. She didn't talk. She's probably patted me on the back and said, it's okay. Try better next time. Or it's okay. Here's a bowl of ice cream. I don't know. Nothing. You just move on.
Right.
You fucking move on.
He's not. His life didn't go terribly wrong because he didn't get to bring those ribbons home that one day.
My name's just been a joke ever since. But beyond that, it's not. It's fine. I don't care. I didn't care then. I don't care now. I cared as an 8-year-old who cried, but I got over it. Like probably the next day. And then I realized things. I acknowledged at that point that my name was similar to that of most females. That was the group of people that generally had my name. And I had to then adapt accordingly. I wasn't patted on the back, cushioned with this bubble wrap, and sent back out into the world that goes, don't make fun of him because he's going to cry. No. My dad was like, that's your fucking name and go. What you get? Because that was my dad. He was a hippie. So he thought, why not name my white child?
Do you know the story behind your name?
Absolutely. I told you this after I was named after that my parents worked at a boys' home in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And
I remember.
There's a little boy, about 13 or 14, named Courtney Williams, black boy, because I point that out because I am very white.
Why?
So I guess my dad, him and my dad bonded. My dad, this kid loved my dad.
No, I remember.
And then so he's like, yeah, let's name my son after him, but not thinking that it's harder as a white dude to get flavor because it's just we don't come equipped with it. We're bleached. We're just all our flavor is missing. We have to grow flavor.
Yeah.
And look how much harder Eminem had to work over like Snoop Dogg. Eminem had to rap battles way up. Snoop Dogg talked about bitches and hoes. Like,
and again, nobody sat around and said, "Oh, you have to include Eminem because he's just like you guys."
Yeah.
And there's no reason.
Imagine what he would not be if he would have been padded.
He didn't even have to do all that stuff.
All that work, all that actual getting beat the fuck up and punked and drug mom this and girlfriend cheating that and dropped from this and that and ignored this. He would not be Eminem. He'd be Skittles.
Yeah, we would.
He'd be a Tic Tac.
We would not have the song without me.
No.
Because it would just be him.
What's Chad saying over there?
He said it's amazing how people really hate each other for different things and will make things up to try to prove their points.
Yes.
And I was actually going to bring that up because this guy right here, before everybody just hopped off the bandwagon, and I guess all the naysayers went quiet because they're like, yeah, we were right. But he would always fight with the trolls in the chats of the pies and the other cryptos when they're like, this is a scam. You know, you'd go in there and be like, so what's your theory or your facts?
If you're gonna call out something as what the opposite of what my opinion is, that's fine. But I want to know something because I'm actually looking for legit evidence as to why you believe this might be a scam or why you believe in the way you believe. Because I am one of those people that like other people's opinions. I want to hear them. We enjoy that on the show. That's part of the live.
That's why we're here.
We want to know the opinion.
You guys in the chat.
This isn't one-sided. Believe me, I don't know everything. I know these few things about these few things.
Tell us my mom named me a girl name story.
Yeah.
Like,
I met a guy older than me the other day named Jody.
My buddy Billy, he's so mad that the end of his name is spelled I-E. He's like, why'd they do that to me? And again, he's just fine. He's a great guy. Best dude.
And he'd work on cars.
I've ever met. Yeah.
He doesn't cry because of his name.
Nope.
He fixed my car.
He does shit. That's what he does. He makes it happen.
Again, that's the 90s. That's before the internet. That's before people became sensitive because more people were telling them when they were stupid, fat, and ugly because you were seeking out more people's opinions by putting your shit in front of 10,000 people. I had 30, 40 people making fun of me in my school. At a given time, 3, maybe 2. There was 2.
In super all honest reality, and I mean, like, this is just thinking back to it. So this is total hindsight and not teenage angst and hormones and stuff like that. Like, I can't say they hated me, but there was a good amount of people that I really felt like it was just their day to make sure they kicked me once.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because I
didn't kick David today. Where's his fucking ass at?
Yeah. There's something you had that they wanted, or there's something about you that they didn't like because you were better than they were, so
many fights for no reason.
No reason
at all.
Just because they didn't.
And I'd work them every time, and people would still try me. Like, and I never once. I was not that kid. I was super shy. I had like 0 friends until I met my buddy Jordan, super A1. He was like, bro, what are you doing? Let's go hang out. Well, you like cars? I like cars. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. And then I met more friends, and that was like halfway through the 11th grade or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I really didn't have friends like that. So I wasn't like starting shit with nobody. I was not, I didn't take nobody's shit. Nothing. It's just like people were fucking with me for no reason. Yep. And like, it really, at the time, I thought the world hated me. I was like, oh, why does the world hate me? Why are all these people picking on me? Right. Like, I don't get it. What is wrong with me? But again, in hindsight now, I'm like, well, those people were terrible, and obviously now like
that's the shit that
society.
Yeah, that's the shit that can't deal with
people.
That's the shit that kids can't deal with these days. The thought that they are not accepted. Can't deal
with not having their tablet. Their tablet dies and they're ready to hang themselves in the closet.
Yes. Man, I was not accepted. When I was a junior, the only girlfriends I could get were freshmen because nobody in my class. I was small. Nobody paid. I didn't drive to school until my junior year of high school because I was young. I graduated at 17 only because of my fucking birthday.
Hey, running back to just how much of a loner I was, there's this pool table maybe somewhere in existence still that probably knows the most about me than anybody else in the whole world. That pool table that I spent like 2 or 3 years with almost.
I just
knows more about me than anybody.
Yeah, I just had jobs.
Yeah,
I would in the high school. I would work. I'd go to school, do my thing, and work. Then I went to vocational school because I wanted to do computers. And then I wanted to just make money. I went to DeVry and found weed. Went to college. There's a time and a place for everything.
I was gonna get a degree.
And then I started doing math, and I got better at math. I think I started looking at the tuition costs and blah blah whatever. I don't know why.
Hey, right? No lie, like I did.
But then I joined the military.
Yeah.
And I quit.
That was cool.
Everything to join the military. Did that for a couple of years. Went back to school for over a year.
You know what?
And I've just been working.
To the whole Egypt thing, real quick.
All right, the boat. Live update on the boat?
No live update.
Oh,
just
damn.
Thought process on the whole fact that it's like stuck. You're telling me Egypt doesn't have rednecks? Like, there's no rednecks of Egypt with like their big jacked up camels and shit. Like just roided out camels, you just get like 100 roided out camels together and just like hold them. How
many camels does it take to tug a boat?
You can't tell me they don't have camels on steroids. Let's see. Do they have camel steroids? Do camel steroids exist?
Hormonal camels with like 6 humps. Just like muscles on just their humps are flexing. Just rolling up. Poor shit. What'd Chad say?
My poor Google, he was laughing. He said, I realized, he said that was like earlier today when Pi Network members on Instagram thought I was trolling them. They realized I wasn't trolling, but making a good point.
Yes.
Oh, they do have camel racing, so there's definitely.
Oh,
they probably just use
camel racing across the desert.
They probably just use horse steroids.
Yeah, but they're legal over there, I'm sure.
Well, right. They don't give it. It's not steroids over there. It's probably just like.
Do they have zippers?
What?
No, the people over there in the desert have trillions of dollars. We already knew this because of all the oil.
This Roo's on steroids. Look at this Roo.
The kangaroo. I think I've seen this. Yeah. Have you seen the cow that grew with the weird muscle disease?
Oh, cow with a muscle disease.
Yeah, look at that one. He's got like a double muscle disease, so it's like
on it.
Yeah, once he gets his software working, we're gonna start popping these pictures up behind my fat head. And we don't need a green screen, right? It'll just drop me to the corner, right?
No, yeah, you don't need a green screen. Like
How's my hair?
One channel will be the your webcam, and then I'll be able to like shrink you up into the corner and then put the page there. Now the only thing I need to figure out is like, I haven't figured out if they can see me actively doing stuff in the box. I figured out how to interact with the box, like put the page up and stuff like that.
There will be a few episodes probably in the future where they'll be really weird because he's gonna be fucking with the software.
We'll just be dropping in like alien animations and stuff like that.
We'll
crazy
just see.
Stuff.
My head gets really big.
Yeah, wow. We might pull up some like 1978 Playboy spreads. Who knows?
Hey.
Speaking of which.
I take offense to that. I was born a man, motherfucker.
Hair looks kind of...
You like it? Man, I got invited to a girls' camp one time. I should have went. This was early. I was like 11 or 12.
On YouTube.
What is it?
I literally typed in 1978 Playboy spread, and they're not naked, but these are very interesting. Like lots of.
What does that have to do with the beefy cow?
But why are there so many Asian girls? Like,
in the 80s? Was that the 80s?
78. 78. Playboy just had a bunch of Asian chicks.
Well, that was
Asian chicks the thing in 78.
Yeah, was it? What did Vietnam? That was 69. What's happened in the 70s?
78.
Peace and love.
So many Asians. I don't get it. Like,
so much Asian love. I don't know where this Asian hate's coming from.
Right.
You trolls.
Was it because we were talking about the Asians? It's just like type in
Playboy,
it brings up a bunch of Japanese and what?
You know that dude? He's like an engineer guy. He's all over YouTube. He always gets millions of views. He makes the big glitter bombs for the mail.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the most recent one where he posted a week ago where it led to those scammer callers? He went with the police and followed up the chain of those calls you get that say you've been charged this much money. Like, he followed these people through video chat, these old people that had been scammed out of $20,000 cash. Woo. These old people were mailing these dudes, and he got with the police and intercepted these packages, and his whole convoluted story led all the way to India, to where there's a guy who, when these scammers call, he can actually reverse the call and see them live. He hacks their system, and he can go live and watch these scammers live as they're trying to scam you. So he worked with them, and man, he glitter bomb a scammer kingpin blah 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 thing. It was pretty awesome. It's cool to watch these fucks take down. Like, I want to find.
His name is Mark Rober, for the record.
Mark Rober, yes.
Mark.
Everybody probably knows him. Anybody who watches this knows him. They don't read his name.
But yeah, he posted that a week ago and got 27 million views.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
We got
our views.
We've got 4.
Share.
Yeah.
Share our stuff.
We're talking about Mark Rober.
Yeah.
Mark Rober.
Let's see what Elon Musk did today.
We might have a SpaceX launch tomorrow. He's on Twitter.
Oh, yeah? Did he really say that?
Yeah.
News about what Elon Musk did today.
I'm
surprised there's not just like a website of what's Elon Musk up to.
It's on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Elon Musk today.
There was a tweet he posted. He's like, "Did you know Doge backwards is EGOD?" I said, "Oh, fuck." He realized that. No. But that was just going nowhere. Don't worry about it.
Right.
That was it's done.
It's on a downtrend right now.
Yeah. He stopped talking about it. There was a pump to get him the money, and yeah, it's done. Doge is a fad, just like all the shit you people like. Not the ones that watch my show, though, because they are cool. What up, Chad? What do you say?
Chad said, "Why do we have civilians that can find them, but law enforcement can't? Shame."
What's that? What are we talking about?
He's talking about Mark Rober, who can find these scammers and stuff like
that.
Right.
I thought about that earlier. How come?
Actually, plenty of channels on YouTube where like they'll do the same thing. Like, they'll reverse it because there's ones where they'll get into your computer and stuff and like start stealing your information, but you can actually like reverse the feed and go onto their computer.
Yeah. See, I thought about this.
Them out and stuff like that.
I thought about this earlier with the pedophiles. If these truck drivers can take these fuckers down, why can't the police?
It's just too much work. because it's super easy to catch them. And I mean, if you start catching them at the rate you could catch them, the jails would be full of
You wouldn't have
pedophiles.
you wouldn't have enough room for all the people with
So-
loud stereos and out of
So in
expired
reality,
tags.
they just take the time to catch the people that actually do something. Sometimes.
So they wait for something to happen,
Yeah, you know.
and then arrest them
It's just like that one night.
and then let them out on
my neighbor
parole
was losing his shit,
and
I
put a
called
dot on their house.
the police, and I was like, "Look, my neighbor's losing his shit. He's been known to be unstable, and I'm pretty sure if I go over home right now, we're gonna have a situation. Is there any way you could like park down the street and like kind of be there?" And they were like, "No, sir, we can't show up until there's like an actual emergency." I'm like, "So what you're basically telling me, in short, is I have to go whip his ass first and then call you to make sure I don't get arrested before you'll actually show up." And they're like, "Well, I don't suggest that you go starting an altercation, but what I'm telling you is my neighbor is stupid
And unstable.
and unstable, and if he is in any shape or form remotely riled up when I get home, there's gonna be a situation." And I'm asking
I'm trying
you
to
do some
prevent this from
preventative maintenance
happening.
here. You
Yeah.
know?
They don't.
No, they
You
don't
know,
care.
they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't teach the people how to use their blinkers. They wait for them not to use their blinkers, get in an accident, and then arrest them. Maybe.
And that's true, Chad. I mean, that's true. You're
What?
saying Missing Children once told me that for every 80 websites we can shut down, there's another 150 more. Now, unpopular opinion, but that's why we're here. The websites aren't the problem, Chad. People are going to say, "Oh, well, if the websites exist, they need to be filled with content." The content's being made whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter if the website exists. I mean, even if the internet didn't exist, the content would still be made and be traded amongst the idiots. For lack
I
of
feel like
stuff
there's-
I could say on live, but
It's just accountability. I don't know,
what are you gonna do? I mean, that's really what it boils down to.
because this should happen way before the internet.
Yeah, it definitely happened way before the internet. If you guys don't think that ancient Egyptians weren't doing stupid stuff,
Man, we're hating on Egypt tonight, aren't we?
I mean, they always say ancient Egyptians. If you don't think cavemen weren't dragging off little cave girls, then I don't know what you.
They're probably eating them.
They probably were. 800,000 missing children in the U.S. every year. Now, Mr. Chad, that is a very accurate number, but that is accurate to the extent of, so I lost my kid for like 3 minutes today. He was bent down over there by the bush, you know?
Yeah, isn't that any call?
Yeah, and you're like, so if I would have chose to call the police and be like, "I can't find my child,"
What we need to
and
do.
they show up and he pops out from behind the bush,
This
that's
traffic.
still a missing child.
It's the traffickers.
Well, even trafficked, like you still got to boil it down more
How
to
do
get
you
to
stop this?
Daniel Bowen. What's up, Mister?
What up, DB?
He knows you.
That's a neighbor.
Oh, hey. Hi,
Daniel.
hi,
Remember
Daniel.
Daniel.
I'm terrible with names and faces.
What
Kid,
is the answer to this?
some
Shoot 'em all?
person called me from West Fork the other day, yesterday, and he was like, "David," and it was so weird. So I pick up the phone because it's a number I kind of recognize. Like, I don't save numbers, but just kind of recognize them. I pick it up, and usually it is a person. But so they're like, "Hey, David," and I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Not much, nothing." And you could hear him in the background, like, turn back to a bunch of people and be like, "Yeah, David's not doing much of nothing." And they're like, "Yeah." You can hear like a small crowd. I'm like, "What is going on?"
You had a cheering squad?
Hey, right? Like, what did I just answer? And so I'm like, we talked for a few more seconds, and I was like, "Who is this?" And he's like, "It's Cato." And I'm like, and from what he told me in the story, they're at Riverside in Westfuck. And I'm like, okay, well, I used to live there, and Cato does sound very familiar. But again, I'm terrible with names and faces is the point of this story. And I'm like, well, sir, what do you want me to do? And he's like, "Oh, well, we lost the keys, and I got an extra set at my house, and I need a ride." And I was like, they're like, and they start putting together they might have the wrong person. I'm like, yeah, so I mean, all those things make sense, and obviously you have my number. We know each other somehow, right? So, but I can't help you. And he's like, "Oh, I was trying to reach David something. I don't even remember what the dude's last name was." And I was like, "Well, this ain't Lance, David Lance." He was looking for David Lance, and I was like, "Well, this
David
ain't
Lance.
David Lance."
Yeah, if you're out there, Your buddies are stuck in Westford.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, he's not doing anything.
So weird.
What's up, Dave? Woo! What are you doing? Nothing. Yeah! It's like a stadium of people
Hey, they
cheering
must
you
have
on.
been really stuck because they were so happy that I wasn't doing much of nothing.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so weird.
And then
There must have been 4 or 5 people there. Like,
I wonder how bad they felt when they realized it wasn't the right David.
right. And I feel bad if they call it, no, dude, I'm at work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, call the other David back.
Yeah.
He's not doing nothing.
Well, yeah. Offer him money.
Give him $5 or something. I don't know.
That's funny.
But yeah, I've never had a weirder opening to a phone call ever in my life.
Castrations.
Whoa.
That's how you stop it. Like if you
No. This actually came up in a YouTube
punishing
session the other day.
people.
Can we just go back to public stoning? Like, people are going to say that that's too gruesome. But when you say it's for the pedophiles, I don't feel like there's nobody in the whole world that should not want to sign off on that.
Right.
Like, how do you not, like, don't show up if you don't want to see the dude's head.
Or really just send him to jail and turn your back.
Yeah, can we stop putting them in solitary confinement like they deserve special
Yeah,
treatment?
they don't deserve special treatment because they diddled the 12-year-old. They need the fucking broom shoved up their asshole. How about we do some of that? Maybe that would stop a few of them from doing the shit in the future if they heard their buddies getting butt raped by a fucking Swiffer. Huh? You want to do something about it, do something about it.
That's and going back to Chad talking about how people on the Pi network on whatever
The trolls?
he was trolling.
Yeah.
And that's where I was at in the Save the Children page on Facebook. I'm like, your guys' little hashtags, cool and all.
Yeah,
but you can't focus on that.
Look at
Like,
you want to do
need
something.
To find a way to support the truck drivers.
Yeah, go send money to the truck drivers.
You want people to open up task force?
Yeah.
Organize them.
Yeah.
Fund them.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe actually push your police departments to do some shit like the truckers are doing.
Yeah.
Apparently, we can't even get our police to show up for domestic problems, and they're not going to do anything.
Right.
These
like,
fat fucks. I got in a car accident one time. It took 45 minutes to drive 15 minutes across town. I'm 15 minutes from the police station where the accident was. Took them 45 minutes to get there. Good job, Fayetteville, Arkansas Police Department sucks balls.
Yeah, the firefighters are better.
Yeah, the firefighters are good. The firefighters, I will never trash a firefighter. Those dudes are legit. Because they don't tell you to turn your stereo down, or you can't wear that chain or whatever they do. Police do. Stupid shit.
Put your mask on.
Yeah, make sure my mask is on. But how's all them pedophiles you arrested? How many you let out today?
Yeah. Did you see something that you probably shouldn't have saw and just let it slide?
Yeah.
Like,
What'd you do with that evidence?
Yeah, where's the evidence?
Yeah.
Where's all the evidence you collected today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't have any? It's kind of weird. None?
It's funny. We all have to have so much accountability, but not when you're in power.
No, not when you got the power of numbers. Yeah, for sure.
The government wants all of our tax information, but when we want information,
it comes out all black line.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's this paper
So
redacted.
What if I just redact my biggest?
Can we do that?
Yeah.
This is what I made this year. Black line.
Well, that's Alabama, and I'm pretty sure that they say that, but they still just walk them out back and shoot them.
Yeah. Good Alabama. How many pedophiles are like registered sex offenders are there in their neighborhoods, like because of that shit? Because I bet you, I would assume that would calm some shit down. I don't know if I heard that if I did something wrong, if I robbed a convenience store, they're going to cut my balls off. I bet you the chances of me robbing a convenience store shrink drastically.
Yeah, because you're not just going to go to jail for a little bit.
Yeah.
They're gonna take away your testicles.
Yeah, I need my testicles.
Speaking of testicles, I just happened to come across this series the other night, all about testicles, like how the sperm's produced, and can men control their testicles and stuff like that. Like, it's a really weird series. Right, that's what I was thinking. I was just like,
go that way. Do you see the bally bag underwear?
They start helping you try to swim.
Have you seen the ball bag underwear? It's boxer briefs with little sack that holds your sack, and They're supposed to be like, it's supposed to help lift them a little bit, kind of like, women's breast lifters. We got ball lifters now in your underpants. What'd Chad say?
We only got 5 minutes, Chad.
What'd he say? Oh, shit.
You can't argue about that right now.
What'd he say?
He said the problem is that 8 states made it a mental disorder. So it's not exactly punishable by the normal rules.
Yeah.
Can we just set these states on fire?
Is it the same states that made obesity?
Well, we gotta shame these states real quick. Hold on.
What same states that probably made obesity a disease? Like you just ate too much. I'm not talking about actual physical thyroid inflammation problem, glandular issues. I'm talking about the people that eat themselves to 500 pounds. My uncle. 8 states had custody laws. So what he's saying is,
who the fuck's classifying?
What?
Who is classifying this shit? Because they need to die.
White people.
No.
I was talking about this earlier today. I feel like a lot of these like weird laws and shit are just coming out. There's just a last reach for these old white decrepit fucks, like still just riding on this old school mentality of the women belong in the kitchen, the man belong in the coal mine shit, that are not progressive. The same ones keeping the weed laws down and the gun law weird, this and letting the pedophiles run rampant with slaps on the wrist. So frustrating. That's probably why I'm not in politics. I couldn't handle it. I'm not a police officer. I couldn't handle it. I'd beat the shit out of come across some shit like that. I'd be out the force real quick.
I mean, shit happens.
Happen next.
Just gonna have to fire me.
I'm just take out as many as possible first.
Just like try to like get them all to the same movie and then just lock the doors and turn the theater down.
Well, I saw a meme that said something about like why don't people go after pedophiles? Everybody knows where they live and they can't carry guns. Just rob pedophiles.
Right. Nobody would care. But I mean, do you really want to steal a pedophile's laptop? Do you want to take their laptop?
No.
You want to take their tablet? You
No.
probably don't even want their phone.
No, I don't want anything that you can look up shit on.
So it leaves their TV,
Yeah.
microwave stove.
What else do people have of any value? You got money? Dude, they have money?
They probably don't have money.
They can't get jobs.
No.
Nobody wants to hire that.
No. So
what do they do?
They probably have some severe collections. I'm sure some of them collect like silver and coins and stuff like that.
Collectors.
Yeah. So you can probably steal their collection.
Probably got a lot of Marvel and Star Wars figurines. I don't know.
No, it's anime. Get it right.
Yeah.
They can't have anything else.
Yeah. Maybe just move them all to Japan where all those weirdos just go. Thank God we don't have underpants vending machines. Can we start that?
I don't understand why that's not a bigger topic. Like, why do people not talk about that more often? I guess because it's like in Japan, they're just like allowed to do whatever they want to, I guess. Yeah. Should we still let that happen? Should that still be a thing? Should we just be like, oh, that's okay? They're like, used underwear out of it.
I mean, we can't hate on other
little cups. I gotta see one now.
Oh, Jesus Christ! We can't hate on other cultures. Remember, someone might get.
Oh yeah, somebody.
We're gonna start crying. We're 1 minute out. We got to make it to the end with no tears. You bunch of pussies. Man, the amount of times I've been called a girl in my life. Just the other day, Chad just fucking called me a girl in the chat. Like, this is just the way it is. What did Chad say?
Chad said, it's a well-known fact that Dems and Mental Health Agency has been pushing classified pedophilia to be a mental disorder and not a major punishable offense. It's messed up.
Yeah. Flogging, man. Floggings and castrations. Shit, cut off their fingers. They do that shit in other countries. You steal in other countries. Do they still cut off hands? I feel like there's some of those.
I'm pretty sure.
Probably in Egypt. That's why
in
nobody's.
Mexico, I'm pretty sure they just murder them.
Yeah.
They just murder.
Just murder you. Just take you out in front of people in the middle of the street with a machete.
Yep. And then you just lay there.
And then you die because you suck
Right.
at being a human.
No, you lay there, a good thief.
Yeah.
The best thief in the world.
Diddling little Mexican kids. All right, you guys.
Anyways.
Chad, Daniel, whoever else has been in the background randomly throughout the show. You've been fantastic.
Subscribe.
Be part of the show.
Join the conversation so we don't have to talk about how much things like that offend us.
Yeah, because that's usually what it ends up being. What's he say real quick?
It says, the problem has been around for centuries. It will not go away.
Yeah,
never.
Of course. It's never going to go away. I just would like to do my
More
part.
proactive.
Yeah. I want actions instead of words. And it's hard. That's why I try to not even pay attention to it, which sucks. Out of sight, out of mind sometimes, because the more I look at it, the more it just like weighs on me, and the more it pisses me off. I can't do anything about it. So it sucks. It's like I don't like window shopping either. I'm that kind of person. I don't want to go look at shit I can't buy. Not my thing. If I have some money, I'll shop for the thing that I want. But if I can't shoot a pedophile, I don't want to go shop for him.
Can we just need to what was that character? We just need to pay somebody to be John Wick, but for a pedophile.
Yeah.
We'll give you $500,000.
Maybe we'll ramp up the show one of these years, and we'll just go live and take out Pam.
South Park,
North American Man Boy Love Association. Fuck. You guys have been great. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making it all the way through the show. Chad, you're the shit. We always talk about crypto. Anybody else who made it this far, make sure you get it on that subscription. We will be here again next week. One of these days we're going to show up and I'm going to be rich. So just be ready for that. And we'll see you next week. But until then, remember, the only you need to be is you, unless you're a pedophile.
Then fuck you. And otherwise, live it fully every day.
Unless you're a pedophile. See ya.
Peace.